Well, hello, we meet again. Wow, this is your plumber. Think about it. Buy my book. Where is my book? Right here. Commercial Maintenance Plumbing. Good Christmas present. Today we're going to talk about medical gases and things like that. But we'll try to do this quickly and simple for, more professional maintenance plumbers. This isn't really for household, but you might want to listen. It's still fun. It's all plumbing's fun. Fun, 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 fun. Think about it. All right, they have what they call a healthcare facilities code. Now it's they also have a health book that talks about temperatures for water heaters, for dishwashers, etc. But this particular book is with the National Fire Protection Code. And this fire protection code in this book, it goes over electrical items, it goes over plumbing items, it goes over all types of oxygen, air, vacuum, anything that's related within a hospital or clinics or associated with that. You know, the document in this healthcare facilities talks about, well, you don't know, so I'm going to tell you here. Combustible materials such as cards, papers, rags, cylinders, all these things. Okay, so it talks about cylinders, oxygen capability. It talks about, when you braise, you don't know. Why do I say you know? You don't know. Okay, I'm going to tell you anyway. Blowdown, uh, standard pressure testing. When you install oxygen and air, medical air, you braise these units. And today, they make you have, or they require that you have a certificate in brazing, and that you get you got to take, I think it's a 40-hour course, I don't remember. They have courses all the time. They're always got new license and new certificates in order to install stuff. They change stuff every year, every 2 years. Piping changes, everything changes. That's why you've got to stay up to code, up to regulations. Now, as a maintenance man, is this really going to involve you? Absolutely, because your job could be partly inspecting these. You're a private hospital and not government or city, because those guys have what they call project managers, which are not plumbers or electricians or pipe fitters or related to any of those fields. They put them. I better quit talking about that. Okay, so remember, you have medical gases. They give you pressure ratings. Gas mixtures, nitrogen, nitrous oxide, oxygen, compressed air. The book tells you what those gauges and pressure should be. Now, that's the book from the healthcare facilities book. So you have to understand that book. Mine takes a little bit further. This book here shows you what these outlets look like as a maintenance plumber and what you're going to do. Like, this is a device that goes into these oxygen and air. This one's vacuum and this one's air. And what you would do is you would service these items. There's O-rings and stuff like there, and there's special lubricant. You would remove the O-rings using this tool. This here is a pressure flow meter. You push this in at the oxygen flow, and you check the flow of that oxygen at that particular outlet. So understanding these are in my book. This explains what those devices are for. You as a maintenance plumber, and you should be testing these. Now, I don't know about these other companies if they go out there and hire, special people to do it, but wherever I was at, we've always inspected it ourselves. So let's say you go up to the 10th floor, and somebody's saying, well, I'm not getting enough pressure out of the vacuum. I'm not getting enough suction, or I'm not getting enough pressure. Well, that picture I was showing you, they have vacuum gauges and they have oxygen gauges and air gauges with showing you how much pressure. Like nitrogen should have, let me read this, 30 psi. All right, so you want to read close to 30 psi. If you're not getting that, then a line's plugged or that outlet is messed up. So, you have to learn all these things. This is part of maintenance. And that's what makes it fun. It's interesting. So it's not like you're just installing the stuff, which there's specials. You have to purge the line when you braze. So if you're installing an oxygen line and you're running hundreds and hundreds of feet, while you're doing that, every brazing joint that you do, you've got to purge it. Purging means you're basically blowing out particles that might enter into the piping system to keep it clean. And at the end of the line, at the end of the day, you're always capping off where you left off at. You're keeping that line pure and clean. And that way, when they do run a test at the end of the job, they run through the outlets. They make sure they have a purity test and the pressure test on those outlets. So, being a plumber, there's more complications and more knowledge than you would think. It's not just about fixing the sink in your home and, unplugging your drain. Yeah, that's your apprentice most of the time. When they send out a guy out to your house, I would say most of the time those guys are apprentices, and that's how you learn. You have to learn somewhere, so you unplug the sinks, you unplug the toilets, you take the garbage disposals out. Well, those are all basic, what I consider 1 year apprenticeship type of jobs. And I'm not trying to belittle anyone. I'm just saying that this is what it is, because plumbing is much more complex, much more complex. I mean, we're just talking. We're just touching some of the base. I mean, medical, hospitals. There's much more complicated, and then we get into steam. Oh, wow. So that's fun. That's more fun. You're going to have fun watching these channels. So stay tuned. I hope I taught you something. I hope you learned something. I hope it was interesting to you. And I should show you something behind him. Behind my back is there's a picture of a place back here. I'm not going to tell you the place, but it was shot by a U-2. When I was in the military, we supported U-2 airplanes also. So the U-2 took this shot, and the guy, when he came off the airplane, he gave me a copy of. He had a couple copies made that he had just shot from the ground, and he gave me a full copy. And I don't know, this is pretty big. This is 4 foot by 4 foot, I guess. And so I've kept this on my wall because it's kind of exciting, remembering some of this stuff. You have 4 years of your life, and it tends to sometimes take over your life. Well, but the rest of my life has been dedicated to plumbing. So have a good day. Let me turn on. I got a clicker now. I can turn this thing off. Enjoy yourself. Be honest. Be fair. Be loving. Be a good father. Be a good grandfather. Be everything you can be, man. Be a good husband. Bye.